Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got to look at some sporting story this evening together, and we'll be starting with Nigerian stories because we just need to tell our own, and we just need to do it and do it very well. You're sure to get all of Nigerian stories, sporting stories on Trust TV, and that is where we'll begin from this evening. I will start from the Nigerian Cricket Federation, where everything is in place to host the World Cup 2026, the World Cup qualifiers for cricket. And the coach, Tikolo, has actually picked some of the best cricketers in the country and outside the shores of this country to join up the Yellow Greens cricket team of Nigeria for the World Cup qualifier. It is the Senior Men's World Cup. And according to the coach, he said Nigeria, Steve Tikolo, that's the name of the senior men's cricket team of Nigeria. He said Nigeria is not going to take any team for granted. They are not going to underrate their opponents. About 5 countries will be competing against Nigeria in the sub-regional T20 World Cup qualifier. We have from the November 21st to the 28th of November. Or will happen at the Cricket Oval at the Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. Nigeria was among the 3 countries selected to host the qualifiers. Having happened, the other 2 countries are Tanzania and Kenya. For Nigeria, they will play against Botswana, Eswatini, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, St. Helena, for a place in the next round of qualification series. So they have to go through a lot of qualification series. Another phase of the qualification series, and after this phase, they will go to the final phase, where the top 2 teams will join South Africa, who has already qualified for the T20 Senior Men's World Cup. So for Nigeria, I think it's a work of art, it's a work in progress. Cricket is one sport. Let me quickly say this. Kudos to the Nigerian Cricket Federation for doing all they can to see that cricket become a household name in the country, and also becoming a top nation when it comes to cricket on the continent of Africa. So kudos to the Nigerian Cricket Federation. We know that Akpata is the president of Nigerian Cricket Federation, where they are doing everything to see everything they can to see that the cricket sports become a household name in Nigerian sporting world. So Nigeria will battle St. Helena, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, Eswatini, and Botswana. All of them will be battling against Nigeria. We are hosting, and Nigeria wants to pick the ticket to the next phase, to the next round of qualifiers. The World Cup will be coming up in 2026. Like I said, South Africa has already qualified, so 2 other countries will join South Africa. And after this phase of qualification, we'll move to the next phase of that, will be the last round of qualification series. And Nigeria will be looking to be among the remaining 2 countries that will join up with South Africa, who has already qualified. So congratulations and kudos to the Nigerian Cricket Federation for doing all they can, for not leaving any stone unturned, to making sure that yes, these guys are battle ready for this qualifier. Coach Steve Tikolo is also ready because he said he has picked the best cricketers in the country and on the continent. Those plying their trade outside Nigeria has also joined up. The team has been, the cricket team has been in camp ever since in Abuja. So putting finishing touches to some of their skills, perfecting their tactics and whatever. And when when hostility starts on the 21st of November, definitely you are sure to be getting all of the updates from that particular qualification series. So it's going to run from 21st to the 28th of November 2024. Like I said, the top 2 teams will join South Africa at the end of the qualification series. All right, let's leave cricket and go straight to table tennis. Yes, when talking about table tennis, the ping pong game. Nigeria also in the 70s, 90s, 80s, and early 2000s, Nigeria used to be one of the top countries when it comes to table tennis on the continent of Africa, and even in the world at large. We've had the likes of Segun Toriola, Oshonaike, Funke Oshonaike, and co, who has graced the sport, who are veterans. We have Arna Kadri, the ageless one, who is still playing, who is still active right now. When it comes, we have Taiwo Mati, those who are coming up. But for table tennis, for quite some time, Nigeria had laid back a bit, but thumbs up to Segun Toriola, thumbs up to Arna Kadri, who is still holding their own when it comes to table tennis. But this time around, we'll talk about one lady who also has seen it all, about 4 Olympics. To her credit, she attended about 4 Olympics, but now she said it's time to quit the national team, leaving it for the likes of Fatima Bello and co. That is talking about Offiong Edem, after spending 20 years on the national with the national team. He said it's time for her to call it a quit from the national team and face maybe her club duties and what have you. She has won multiple gold award, that is at the African Championship, where she played against some of the top players, the likes of Nagodi of Egypt and co. She has played against these ladies, and like I said, she attended about 4 Olympics. She was there for Nigeria at the 2004 Athens, 2012 London, Tokyo 2020, and the last one at the Paris Olympic Games. So she attended about 4 Olympic Games for Nigeria. So congratulations to her, and what she has done with the sports at the national level will not be forgotten. She has contributed her quota to the national team, and she say it's time for her to at least continue pursuing her club career and doing other things. And definitely, maybe, just maybe, we might see Offiong Edem back to the national fold, but this time around not as a player, but maybe as a coach for the national team. So she has done well, and we praise her for what she has done for the sports in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, on the continent, and at the larger stage, at the world stage at large, playing the ping pong game. You know, when it comes to the ping pong game, don't take nothing away from the Chinese, because they own the sport. But definitely, our own players has beaten some Chinese players in this sport. For Arna Kadri, just some days ago, days ago, he defeated world number 5, that is Japan, Harimoto, at the Frankfurt event. So we've got some of the best players when it comes to table tennis in Nigeria. But for Offiong Edem, he said yes, it's time to leave the national fold and allow other players, other athletes to carry on. So she has done well, and we praise her for that. We look forward to her coming back, maybe as a coach, or this time, or as a coach, or any other way she can help the sports to grow in Nigeria. At least that vacuum that she left right now, they need to, at least we need a replacement for that vacuum in the national team. And definitely she is in right position to help fill that space, at least bringing up the young ones who can take over the baton from her. All right, let's leave that, and this time around, let's leave tennis and talk football. Yes, it is the end of the year, and you know that the awards are coming fast. As we speak, it's coming in like a rush. We just had the Ballon d'Or. We still have the African Footballer of the Year in waiting. At least the ceremony will crown the African Footballer of the Year now. But it is the Globe Soccer Award, where our own Aruna Kadri, I say Aruna Kadri, Ademola Lookman, I beg your pardon, not with tennis right now, where our own Ademola Lookman, who has been fantastic for club and country. He did so well at the African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, and also he did well for Atalanta, becoming the first African player to score a hat-trick in European competition finals. So for Ademola Lookman, yes, if he's been nominated for this award listed, is no surprise, because they say hard work pays. Yes, indeed, hard work for him is paying off, and he continues to pay his dues We saw him last night with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So it is the Globe Soccer Award where he has been nominated. Rodri, the winner of Ballon d'Or, is also there. We have the likes of Lionel Messi, CR7, that is Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe, a lot of them in that who has been listed for that award. For Ademola Lookman, he scored 17 goals last season with 10 assists in 45 games across all competition for Atalanta, including the hat-trick in the Europa League final. And then he has 8 goals and 5 assists in 14 games across all competition this season. So 5 assists with 8 goals in 14 games this season across all competition for Atalanta. It's not a fluke for Ademola Lookman. So being listed among those who are maybe expected to win the award for the Globe Soccer Award, I think it's a good one. Congratulations to Ademola Lookman, who continues to put the Nigerian name on the global map, on the world stage. Yes, with all his exploits he is doing with Atalanta in Europe and also for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We saw him play last night against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria played a 1-1 draw against Benin Republic. With that draw, they already qualify for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And for Ademola Lookman, yes, he has been tipped to win the African Footballer of the Year, to take over that title from Victor Osimhen. And I can tell you also for Victor Osimhen, he is also doing well. That award will be coming up on the 19th. It is the 19th edition. I beg your pardon. It is the 19th edition of the Globe Soccer Award. And then that award will be coming up on the 27th of December. So let's see if this time around Ademola Lookman, who was rated 14 best player during the Ballon d'Or, if this time around he can display Rodri or whoever to win the Globe Soccer Award. All right, let's leave Ademola Lookman. We know that the AFCON qualification series, the games continues tonight. Some games have already been played, while others will be coming up tonight in the AFCON qualifiers. Like I said, it's going down the wire in March day 6 to be sure of other countries who will join the 15 countries that have already qualified. We brought those 15 countries to your screen in the morning show. But for tonight games, we have Gambia against Comoros. We have in Group B, Gabon will battle Morocco, the host country. Botswana and Mauritania earlier played a 1-1 draw, while later on Cape Verde will play Egypt in Group C. And then in Group F, Angola against Ghana, which is a tough one for Ghana. They need that game if they want to be in Morocco next year, next AFCON. In Group G, we have Zambia against Ivory Coast. In Group I, Eswatini will battle Guinea-Bissau. Mozambique plays Mali. And then for Zimbabwe, they will be at home to welcome Kenya. And then Uganda, earlier on, the Cranes of Uganda lost to South Africa 2-0. So other games will be coming up later on tonight. Also in Europe, we have the UEFA Nations League games ongoing in Europe. And then for tonight, Portugal will be at home to play Poland. San Marino will battle Gibraltar. And then Scotland also will play Croatia, all in Group 1. In Group 2, Cyprus against Lithuania. And then Romania welcomes Kosovo to their country in Group 2. And then in Group 3, Luxembourg entertain Bulgaria. Northern Ireland play Belarus. And then in Group 4, we have Denmark against Spain. That is one of the toughest games tonight. Switzerland against Serbia. So all of these games will be coming up tonight in the UEFA Nations League games. And we have a result from the CONMEBOL. That is where they are also playing their own World Cup qualifier. We saw in the morning, we look at that result where Paraguay beat Argentina 2-1 and also Brazil playing a 1-1 draw. But Ecuador beat Bolivia 4-0 in their own game. Also in the Asian Football Confederation, they are also playing the World Cup qualifier in Group C. One game in Group C, Indonesia lost to Japan earlier on this afternoon, 4-0 in that game. And then for the Oceania, we have for the Oceania Football Confederation, they also are playing their own World Cup qualifiers. So Samoa lost to Tahiti 3-0, where New Zealand hammered Vanuatu 8-1 in that game, and one player scoring a lot scoring goals in that particular, creating history with that game with New Zealand. All right, quickly before we go on the show, let's just look at some transfer stories on the show this evening, and we'll start with this one, where Alexander-Arnold, that is Liverpool right wing back, rejects contract renewal amid Real Madrid interest. Yes, everybody wants to play for the Galacticos. No wonder the guy saying, no, I don't want to renew my contract since Madrid is chasing me, and he wants to go to Real Madrid. He wants to wear that white jersey. He wants to join the White Angels. And then the other one this evening, Arsenal Liverpool monitors £85 million rated Western midfielder Mohamed Kudus. We know Kudus plays for the Black Stars of Ghana. So this time around, Arsenal and Liverpool are actually monitoring the situation. But if they really want to buy him, they will have to cough out £85 million. That is what he is being rated as right now. And then the last one on the show this evening before we go, Barcelona continues to beef up their team. Let's see if this deal will go through in January as they eyes Wolves left back Hugo Bueno. Let's see if that deal will go through for Barcelona, who already have a lot of players, young players in their team right now. All right, that is what we'll be leaving it on the program Sports Update this evening. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Say thanks for watching.